Being kind and respectful to others is a wonderful quality. However, many people struggle with finding the balance between being nice and standing their ground. If you're too nice, you might worry that people will take advantage of you or think you're weak. But if you're too firm, you might fear coming across as rude or harsh. So, how can you be nice without being a pushover? Stoic philosophy offers powerful lessons that can help us find that balance. How to live with wisdom, integrity, and strength. Today I'll explain how I can guide you to be kind and respectful while still being strong and assertive. First, let's get clear on what it means to be kind and what it means to be a pushover. Being kind means treating others with respect, compassion, and fairness. It's about helping when you can, showing empathy and being polite. We should always strive to be virtuous, and kindness is one of the core virtues. On the other hand, being a pushover means letting people walk all over you. It's when you agree to things you don't want to do, just to please others or avoid conflict. You might stay silent when someone disrespects you, or say yes to requests even when they're unreasonable. Being a pushover means you're not living with strength or wisdom. Kindness and strength can go together. You can be kind while also respecting your own boundaries. By living according to our values, we can be both strong and kind. One of the main principles is living according to your values. We should always aim to live a virtuous life. This means being honest, fair, courageous, and wise in all situations. When you know what you stand for, it becomes easier to make decisions and set boundaries. Let's say someone asks you to do something that goes against your values or makes you uncomfortable. If you don't know your values, you might say yes, out of fear of upsetting them. But when you're clear on what matters to you, you can say no with confidence, knowing that you're staying true to yourself. Being nice doesn't mean saying yes to everything. Being true to our values is more important than pleasing others. When you know your values, you'll be able to stay kind while also standing up for what's right. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. When it comes to interactions with others, you can't control how they'll respond. You can't control whether they'll be happy with your decisions or if they'll respect your boundaries. But here's what you can control: your own actions, words, and responses. You can choose to be kind, firm, and respectful, even if others don't appreciate it. As long as you're acting with virtue, what others think of you is outside your control. This frees you from worrying about whether you're being nice enough or if people will still like you when you say no. Imagine someone asks you to do extra work that you don't have time for. Instead of stressing about how they'll react if you say no, focus on what you can control, how you communicate. You can politely explain your reasons while standing firm in your decision. The outcome is out of your hands, but by acting with integrity, you stay true to yourself without being a pushover. Setting boundaries is one of the most important ways to be nice without being a pushover. A boundary is simply a limit that protects your time, energy, and well-being. Stoicism encourages us to set boundaries that reflect our values and protect our inner peace. It's not always easy to say no, especially when you're a kind person who wants to help. But saying no doesn't make you unkind, it makes you wise. It's our duty to take care of ourselves first, so that we have the strength and energy to help others when we can. Here's a simple way to set boundaries without feeling guilty. Focus on the why behind your decision. When you say no to something, you're not rejecting the person. You're simply protecting your time or energy for something more important. Be clear, honest, and polite, but stand firm. For example, if a friend asks you for a favor that you don't have time for, you can say, "I'd love to help, but I'm really stretched for time right now." You're still being kind, but you're also being honest about your limits. Setting boundaries in this way shows that you respect yourself and others. Stoic philosophy encourages us to communicate with clarity and purpose. This is where assertiveness comes in. Being assertive means expressing your needs, thoughts, and feelings clearly and respectfully. It's about standing up for yourself without being aggressive or passive. The Stoics believed in using reason and wisdom in all interactions. When you're assertive, you're using those tools to express yourself in a way that's both kind and firm. Assertiveness helps you avoid being passive, saying yes to everything, or aggressive, pushing others away. Let's say someone makes a rude comment. Instead of staying silent, which makes you through a pushover, or lashing out, which makes you aggressive, you can respond assertively. You might say, "I don't appreciate that comment. Let's keep the conversation respectful." This way, you're setting a boundary, but you're doing it in a calm and reasonable way. Assertive communication is key to being nice without being taken advantage of. It allows you to express yourself honestly while still maintaining kindness and respect. We are in control of our emotions, not the other way around. When you're being kind to others, it's easy to get frustrated or upset if they don't respect your boundaries. But remember, you control your own reactions. External events don't disturb us, our reactions do. So if someone pushes your limits, you have the power to stay calm and respond with kindness and firmness. Practicing emotional control helps you stay in charge of your actions, even when others are difficult. If someone asks for too much of your time and you feel overwhelmed, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that you have control over how you respond. Instead of getting stressed or frustrated, calmly explain your limits. This practice of controlling your emotions will help you stay strong without becoming cold or distant. You can remain warm and kind while still being firm about what you can and cannot do. True strength lies in living with wisdom, kindness, and integrity. By knowing your values, setting boundaries, and focusing on what you can control, you can be nice without being a pushover. Assertive communication and emotional control will help you navigate difficult situations with grace and confidence. Remember, being kind doesn't mean letting others walk over you. It means treating everyone, including yourself, with respect. By applying Stoic principles, you can be kind, wise, and strong all at once. Start practicing these Stoic lessons today and watch how your interactions change for the better. You'll find that being nice can go hand in hand with being powerful.